Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the 2021 Bridgemen Award Ceremony. To begin our program, please welcome one of tonight's two hosts, Dan Long.
Thanks, Colin. Good evening, and welcome to our second annual virtual Bridgemen Award Ceremony. I'm Dan Long, and tonight, we'll join in the celebration of you, the student athletes, coaches, and teams, as we recognize your accomplishments over the course of the 2020-21 season, and this year, we have plenty to cheer about. In the face of adversity, Fort Lee's incredible athletic family came together and competed at the highest levels possible during the least normal of times, winning in the classroom and on the playing surface, culminating in division and state championships. With that, let's go back in time to the fall. And due to the coronavirus pandemic, all fall athletic teams, with the exception of girls volleyball, competed in the traditional season. We'll begin with cross country. The Bridgemen girls took second in the Big North Conference American Division meet back on October 19th, and the boys finished fourth. Sophomore Ekuyami Kante finished second in the boys' race of the meet, while junior Tiffany Park finished fourth of the championship for the girls. Moving to the postseason, at the North 2 Group 2 state sectional meet, Kante finished 6th overall, while the boys as a team finished 7th. The girls posted an 8th place finish to cap their 2020 season. Head coach Maria Giannatasio remarked, quote, "I think this year was a testament to the power of what team sports and pushing your physical limits can do for one's spirit. I couldn't be more proud of the student athletes on this team, and I feel honored that I get to be their coach. Of course, none of this would have been possible without the support from assistant coach Nicole Pacciani." And now, our cross-country MVPs. For the girls, Tiffany Park. Park garnered second-team All-Big North honors and was named to the first-team All-League in the conference's American Division, in addition to being named Honorable Mention All-County. On the boys' side, Ekuyami Kante is this year's MVP, which is the culmination of a remarkable season in which he was named first-team All-Big North Conference, first-team All-League, and Honorable Mention All-County. Now we move from the course to the hub of Fort Lee's fall season, the Dr. Allen W. Sugarman Sports Complex, where our football and boys and girls soccer teams represented the orange and black. On the sidelines during home varsity football games in 2020, our cheerleaders helped bring the energy in an environment limited by capacity restrictions due to COVID-19. This group embodied Fort Lee's spirit in what would later prove to be the tune-up before their winter competition season. But we'll talk about that later. This year's fall cheerleading MVP is Bianca Gonzalez. Gonzalez, the program's junior captain, was the core of this year's fall team. She demonstrated her dedication by helping teammates master routines, practice cheers, and improve their stunting. On the gridiron, the Bridgemen clinched a share of the Super Football Conference Ivy Red Division title, their first league crown in 37 years. Leading the Bridgemen to a 4-2 mark was Charles Salome in his second season as the program's head coach. Following the team's win at Dickinson on October 24th, Salome was named the New York Jets Coach of the Week for the week of November 2nd. Additionally, for their efforts on the field, 7 Fort Lee student athletes were named to the division's inaugural first-team All-League. Down under center for the Bridgemen this season was this year's Bridgemen Award winner, Stefano Casal. In his senior season, Casal grew into his role as the team's leader in the locker room and helped the side post their best mark in several years. A selfless teammate, Casal got the team behind him and worked tirelessly in the weight room and on the field to get better. One of the team's best rushers, Casal also completed over 50% of his passes in 2020, and he will continue his athletic career at Albright College. Moving from football to boys soccer, the Bridgemen finished at or above 500 for the second consecutive season and finished the 2020 campaign with a 6-4 record, 5-2 in division, good for a second-place finish. 5 student athletes were selected to the division's first-team All-League, and additionally, junior Ian Aragones was named to the first-team All-County. Seniors Matisse Bloom and Nathan Jong were selected to participate in the Bergen County Boys Coaches Association All-Star Game. This year's boys soccer MVP has a deep passion for the beautiful game. even when playing through pain. He plays incredibly tough, and players and coaches alike know what an important contributor he is to the team. This year's boys soccer MVP is Matisse Bloom. On the pitch, Fort Lee's girls soccer team had plenty to cheer about this year, as they raised their first ever league championship banner in program history, finishing divisional play undefeated en route to the Big North Conference American Division title. The Bridgemen picked up right where they left off from 2019's historic run, which saw the side host their first ever home state sectional tournament match in program history. The team opened the 2020 slate with 3 consecutive victories in divisional play, including shutout wins over longtime foes Dwight Morrow and Cliffside Park, 5-0 and 3-0 respectively. In postseason play, the Bridgemen advanced to the NJSIAA Northeast B semifinal, where the side fell to Caldwell in late November, putting a bittersweet end to a remarkable season. Following the season, head coach Calogero Pagano was named the American Division's Coach of the Year. This year's girls soccer MVP added to her already historic goals scored title with 15 goals in the 2020 campaign, giving her a career total of 81 goals scored over her 4-year interscholastic career with the Orange and Black. She was named First Team All-League and Honorable Mention All-County. Gabriella Garita, this year's girls soccer MVP, will continue her athletic career at Fairleigh Dickinson University Florham. At William T. Birch Park, Fort Lee's 2020 girls tennis team ran the table in the Big North American Division to lift the squad to an undefeated league title, the program's first since 2017, finishing with a 6-2 record overall. The Bridgemen received a bye in the first round of the NJSIAA Northeast C tournament and fell to Caldwell at home in the quarterfinal round. This year's girls tennis MVP posted an identical record to that of the team as a whole. Head coach Philip Sapel remarked she led by example from July to the season's end in November, and that her dedication to the team was, quote, undeniable, as was her desire to excel academically. This year's girls tennis MVP is Karen Reimers. Moving on to the winter, there was a lot of excitement brewing on the lanes and in the East Gymnasium as the bowling and boys and girls basketball teams competed in their traditional seasons. Due to COVID-19, indoor track and wrestling were displaced and moved to different seasons 2A and 3, respectively, to be recognized shortly. And in a surreal environment without the roar of the crowd, Fort Lee student athletes and teams still found a way to ball out, bringing the at-home audience to their feet almost nightly. Beginning with boys basketball, the team swept the season series with arch-rival Cliffside Park and picked up non-divisional wins against Big North opponents West Milford and Bergen County Technical. The team scored a season total of 710 points, averaging 47.3 points per game, while developing an incredibly young core of players under head coach Adam Schrager. This year's boys basketball MVP, sophomore Isaiah Stang, played in all but one matchup this season, scoring a team-high 161 points in 14 games played, while averaging 11.5 points, 4 rebounds, and 1 steal per game. Stang was named by the division's coaches to the First Team All-League and Honorable Mention All-County. Another Fort Lee team rose a banner to the rafters this year as Fort Lee's girls basketball team clinched a share of the division title, giving them their first ever league championship in program history. On opening day, the Bridgemen edged out a 41-40 victory over Ridgefield Park in the final seconds and defeated the Cliffside Park Red Raiders 43-31 later in league play. 2 Bridgemen in seniors Amy Diaz and Yishi Wang were named to the division's First Team All-League. This year's girls basketball MVP was a 4-year starter and a force to be reckoned with on the hardwood. Head coach William Straub commented that Amy Diaz was, quote, in control of the game, and that the team went as she went. Despite the team's difficult schedule, Straub said Diaz was one of the best players on the court, and further, in his 20-plus years of coaching, she is one of the best student athletes he has ever coached. Amy Diaz will continue her athletic career at Johnson & Wales's Providence, Rhode Island campus. On the lanes, Bridgemen bowling flat-out dominated the field in the 2020-21 regular season. On the boys' side, Fort Lee went 15-5 overall and split the league crown with Dumont. This marked the sixth time in 9 years that the Bridgemen boys earned at least a share of the Big North Conference American Division title. The squad bowled the highest four-man game in Bergen County this year with a 9-13 against the Dumont Huskies. Senior Colin Hahn bowled an 8-22 in the Bergen County tournament for groups 1 and 2, earning him a top 10 finish. On the girls' side, Fort Lee battled to a second-place finish in the division and finished the campaign with a 14-6 record. This was the best mark ever posted by a Fort Lee girls bowling team. Major highlights this season included the team's 5-2 wins over Northern Highlands and Northern Valley Demarest. The Highlanders ranked 4th in the county, and the Norsemen champions of the Big North Conference's National Division. In the county tournament, the team finished 7th out of 15 competing schools. This year's girls MVP brings home the hardware for the third consecutive season. Koko Katayama averaged 176.5 pins this season, breaking the program record she set in the 2019-2020 season of 163 pins. Back on March 2nd, Katayama recorded the highest score in Fort Lee girls bowling history with a 246 against Riverdale and Paramus Catholic in a tri-match. She was named First Team All-League, Second Team All-County, and Third Team All-North Jersey. On the boys' side, Julian Torres garnered the team's MVP in back-to-back years after a stellar 2020-21 campaign. Torres logged the second highest average in all of North Jersey and program history with a 220.4. And on March 2nd, he had a day for the record books, bowling the second highest series in program history over Riverdale and Paramus Catholic, bowling a 762. In the same match, Torres rolled a 299 high game, missing a perfect score by just one pin. His 299 set a new mark for best game in program history. And on March 5th, Torres was named the Record and NorthJersey.com's Male Athlete of the Week for his 720, 731, and 762 series in his 3 matches bowled in the preceding week. In the Bergen County tournament, Torres bowled the second highest series of the field in Groups 1 and 2 bracket. Following the season, he earned First Team All-League, First Team All-County, and First Team All-North Jersey honors. Torres is just the second bowler in Fort Lee history to achieve this trifecta.
During the second season of the athletic calendar this year, Fort Lee's cheerleading team competed in virtual competitions against other Big North Conference member schools. In conference action this year, the squad defeated Indian Hills, Lakeland Regional, and Bergen County Technical. This year's winter cheerleading MVP is Emily Chow. Chow has shown improvement in her cheers and was an incredible team player in both the fall and winter seasons. She helped to make the squad stronger with her encouraging words and mentorship to younger cheerleaders. In Season 2A, Fort Lee's indoor track team competed outdoors, participating in, quote, polar bear meets due to COVID-19 protocols and capacity restrictions indoors. The boys finished a perfect 4-0 in the Big North Conference American Division to clinch their indoor title for the first time since 2019. The Bridgemen girls finished second in league play this year. Both MVPs for the indoor track program were their respective teams' top point scorers. Jordana Marcus, this year's girls indoor track MVP, went undefeated in both the 55-meter dash and the 200-meter dash, and was named to the Big North American Division's First Team All-League and Honorable Mention All-County. On the boys' side, Tyson Lowe takes the hardware, having gone undefeated in the indoor season in the long jump event. Lowe was named First Team All-League and Honorable Mention All-County. Moving back indoors, Bridgemen girls volleyball had plenty to celebrate in between points at the fort and on the road, en route to their first league title since the 2015 season and their first state title since 1988. The Bridgemen own the 2021 season, maintaining momentum from the fall 2019 campaign, despite not playing in over a year. Head coach John Ziemba's squad finished the season with an 11-6 record, including a 5-2 mark in division. Ziemba, the Big North American Division's Coach of the Year, led the Bridgemen through a sweep of the postseason, earning them 3 home matches in the NJSIAA North 2 Group 2 State Sectional Tournament. With a bye in the first round, the Bridgemen awaited Morris Tech in the tournament's quarterfinal round, defeating the visitors in 2 sets. In the semifinal, the James Caldwell Chiefs paid the Bridgemen a visit, with the second-seeded Bridgemen again taking a 2-set victory. Due to COVID-19 protocols, the final was not played, giving the Bridgemen the state sectional crown for the first time since 1988. This year's volleyball MVP finished her career with 950 career assists. A first-team All-League, second-team All-Group 2, and third-team All-County selection, Yishi Wang made her mark in northern New Jersey. Ziemba said Wang was one of the most humble and coachable players he has ever coached, and later said she controlled the entire game from the setter position, and her understanding of a match and sport were second to none. Following the state sectional tournament, Wang was named the Record and NorthJersey.com's Female Athlete of the Week on April 22nd, with the outlet highlighting her 10 kills, 33 assists, and 10 digs in the playoff.
On the wrestling mat, Fort Lee marched their way to the Big North Conference's American Division title, the first ever Big North title for the squad and the first league title since 1981. Finishing the year 6-3 and a perfect 2-0 in divisional play, Gerard Carroll, the Coach of the Year, had his team advance 5 individuals to the 2021 NJSIAA tournament in seniors Daniel Govin and Stefano Hadulis, as well as juniors Patrick Rendon, Greg Hadulis, and Austin Yalowitz. This year, Fort Lee welcomed Palisades Park to their lineup as part of a 1-year co-op agreement in which the Tigers wrestled with the Bridgemen. Each of Fort Lee's 2 divisional wins were won by double digits, as the Bridgemen defeated Dumont 46-33 at the Fort and Cliffside Park by a 53-21 tally. This year's wrestling MVP was named to First Team All-League in the Big North American Division and was an honorable mention All-County. Daniel Govin finished the 2021 season with a 9-1 overall record, including 7 pins to help the Bridgemen earn crucial team points in dual meets this season. Govin finishes his interscholastic career with an all-time record of 54-29 with 23 career pins. Taking our program this evening back outdoors, Fort Lee's spring athletic teams returned to competition after their 2020 seasons were canceled in March of last year. So, for the first time since the 2019 Athletic Awards Dinner, let's recognize these outstanding student athletes. On the baseball diamond, the Bridgemen faced a difficult challenge a year removed from the field. With 5 games decided by just 1 run, Fort Lee participated in 6 games that weren't decided until the late innings, a testament to the team's strength and determination as a unit. The Bridgemen notched double-digit non-conference wins against Ridgefield and Dickinson, en route to an appearance in the NJSIAA North 2 Group 2 State Sectional Tournament, where the team hit the road to face Madison. Fort Lee gave the tournament's 3rd seed a scare before falling 8-4. 2 student athletes, Keizo Katayama and Dylan Schulman, were named to the division's first team All-League. This year's baseball MVP was Fort Lee's ace on the bump in the 2021 season, logging a 2-1 record on the season with an ERA of 2.03 was Dylan Schulman. And in the batter's box, Schulman put 19 RBIs in the books and finished the year with a .393 batting average. Fort Lee's golf team finished the season 2nd in the Big North Conference's American Division. 2 Bridgemen golfers in Joseph Choi and Bliss Lee were named First Team All-League in the American Division. Choi and Lee each qualified for the county tournament as individuals, and Lee went on to qualify for the state Tournament of Champions. This season, the teams averaged with .207, led by Choi's 41.67 and Lee's 42.56. Lee earned second-team All-County honors following the season. This year's golf MVP provided strong senior leadership and served as team captain. A 4-year letter winner and 3-time first-team All-League honoree, Joseph Choi garnered various all-county honors during his interscholastic career. As an individual, Choi qualified for the Nassau Bergen County Tournament and advanced to the Luciano Tournament, where he finished in the top 25. Head coach Sean Scully commented that, quote, "Throughout his 4 years, Joseph Choi showed growth as not just a golfer, but as a person, and is incredibly deserving of this year's MVP award." On the softball diamond, this year's Bridgemen softball squad hit the diamond after a year away from the field of play. The team defeated league rival Ridgefield Park 16-6. Michelle Kim pitched a no-hitter back on May 1st against Palisades Park, a 21-0 victory for Fort Lee. This year's MVP pitched 100 innings of work and appeared in 21 games this season, starting 20. In 2021, Lily Schulman logged 96 strikeouts and is one of just 2 four-year letter winners on this year's squad. She was named first-team All-League in the Big North Conference's American Division this season and honorable mention All-County. Back at William T. Birch Park, Fort Lee's boys tennis team cruised their way to an undefeated league championship title. During the season, the squad earned a berth in the Bergen County Tournament and advanced to the NJSI AA North 2 Group 2 Tournament, where they fell to Summit, the section's eventual champion, in the semifinals. En route to the semifinal appearance, the Bridgemen swept Voorhees and Hanover Park in the early rounds of the tournament. This year's MVP is a newcomer to the Bridgemen. After taking off several years from tennis, he chose to return to the sport in 2021 and gave Fort Lee's lineup, which was lacking experience, an added boost. Nico Vargas finished the season undefeated in league play and was 11-2 overall, and he provided 2 big wins in the state tournament and is only a junior. Fort Lee's boys track and field team cruised their way to the Big North American Division title. At the NJSI AA state sectional meet, Matisse Bloom won the state sectional crown in the 800. The 4x100 team consisting of Dean Park, Caden Chan, Tai Huang, and Tyson Lowe, and the 4x400 team consisting of Odell Holland Fincher, Daniel Joseph, Caden Chan, and Matisse Bloom also took home the gold. On the girls' side, Amy Diaz won the sectional title in javelin, where she also set a new program record. She was joined by Alexandra Matitovich, who took first place in both the high jump and triple jump. Numerous student athletes also advanced to the group meet, which will be conducted after this show was recorded. This year's boys track and field co-MVPs are Matisse Bloom and Odell Holland Fincher. Bloom earned first-team All-League honors in the Big North Conference's American Division in the 400-meter dash. He won the NJSI AA North 2 Group 2 state sectional title in the 800-meter run and was part of the gold medalist 4x400-meter team in which he was the anchor. Holland Fincher was first-team All-League in the 400-meter hurdles and was a state sectional champion as a member of the 4x400 as the leadoff leg. Holland Fincher advanced to the group meet as an individual in the 110 hurdles and the 400 hurdles. And this year's girls MVP is Bella Sarnoff. Sarnoff qualified for the state group meet in the 800 and was in second-team All-League in the 600 and in the 4x400. She was the heart and soul of this year's program and proved to be a great leader and mentor to the younger student athletes.
Hello, Fort Lee High School athletes, coaches, and staff. My name is Michael Rubino, and it is my honor today to speak to you as a Board of Ed member, chairman of the athletic committee, as well as a Fort Lee Bridgeman myself. First, I'd like to thank Mike Rafferty and his staff for all their hard work they've done over the past year in these unprecedented times. You guys did an excellent job, and the Board of Ed and myself can't thank you enough. I'd also like to thank Lauren Karuba and Lauren Glynn, as well as your entire staff, for doing such an amazing job this year. I'd also like to thank Ken Rhoda and Sharon Amato, who Sharon just recently retired and Ken will be retiring this June, for many years of service to the town of Fort Lee. We can't thank you enough, and best of luck to you. And to the seniors, you're going to go on to bigger and better things and future endeavors. I'd like to wish everyone a happy and safe summer, and best of luck to all of you. Thank you.
To present our scholarship and marquee award winners, please welcome John Fanta.
Hi everyone, I'm John Fanta, and it's great to be with you all tonight. In this portion of our program, we'll recognize our athletic-related scholarship recipients, county end-of-year award honorees, and our marquee awards, including the male and female athletes of the year. We'll begin with the Fort Lee Athletic Booster Club Awards. The Fort Lee Athletic Booster Club would like to congratulate each and every one of you, the Bridgemen class of 2021, on your accomplishments thus far, and we wish you all a bright and successful future. The Booster Club is proud to award scholarships to the following student athletes: Adrian McCrary for football and baseball, Anthony Rosado for football and baseball, Dylan Schulman for baseball, Francesca Arnone for soccer and softball, Gabriella Garita for soccer, Lily Schulman for basketball, volleyball, and softball, Stefano Casal for football and baseball, Victoria Gardenberg for tennis, Bella Sarnoff for soccer and track and field, and Coco Katayama for bowling. The Athletic Booster Club wishes each of their scholarship recipients all the best as you begin a new chapter in your lives. Work hard, stay safe, and have fun. Our next scholarship presentation is presented by Fort Lee Baseball, the borough's Little League and Junior Senior League organization. Dion Waldo, the league's president, remarked, "It was my pleasure to have the opportunity to coach these players in baseball and some in basketball, as well as they demonstrated great sportsmanship, smart play, and worked very hard at getting better. They encouraged each other, respected the game and coaches, and always gave their best no matter the task. The lessons they learned on the field of play will help carry them forward in life, and their parents should be proud of the young men they are growing to be." This year's Fort Lee Baseball Scholarships recipients are Jay Wood Park, Yanni Raku, Javier Rivera, Stefano Casal, Adrian McCrary, and Dylan Schulman. Our next scholarship is presented by Fort Lee SC, the town's recreational soccer league. This award is presented to student athletes who participated in the league during their youth and pursued soccer while attending Fort Lee High School. This year's Fort Lee SC scholarship recipients are, for the girls, Amy Diaz, Gabriella Garita, Francesca Arnone, Bella Sarnoff, and Angelina Vargas. For the boys, Matisse Bloom, Jacob Giam, Nathan Jong, Rexa Sawari, and Albison Tafilaj. Moving indoors to the Fort Lee Recreation Boys Basketball League Award. The Fort Lee Boys Recreation Basketball League is honored to recognize 3 hard-working young men for their accomplishments both on and off the court. These student athletes started playing basketball in the recreational league and continued playing throughout their years at Fort Lee High School. This year's scholarship award winners are Nathan Garcia, Kyle Ketchamuzi, and Leomar Moquette. Staying with hoops, the Fort Lee Recreational Girls Basketball League is proud to present scholarships to 4 student athletes who played in their league as early as the 2nd grade and continued playing on the hardwood throughout their time at the fort. This year's recipients are Lily Schulman. Lily began playing in the league in the 2nd grade and continued throughout middle school. She began volunteering with the league to complete community service hours and exceeded well over 100 hours. She was a tremendous asset to the league and had a big smile on her face, winning or losing. Schulman also loved being coached by her father, Steve, for 8 years. Best of luck at the University of Alabama, Lily, and roll tide. Amy Diaz also began playing in the 2nd grade and was coached by her mom, Emma, and teamed up with sister Emily to become part of a dynamic duo. She was one of the only girls who could go left in the 5th grade. Congratulations, Amy, and best of luck in continuing your basketball journey at Johnson and Wales. Kylie Chan began playing in the league in the 3rd grade and was thought of as a coachable player. All of her coaches had incredible memories of Kylie on their teams. She, like Schulman, also completed her community service hours with the league. The Fort Lee Girls Recreational Basketball League wants to wish her the best of luck at Indiana University. Go Hoosiers! Our next recipient, Ha-Un Bang, began playing in the 3rd grade and continued through her 8th grade year. The league wishes her all the best at Rutgers, the State University of New Jersey. The Fort Lee Girls Recreational Youth Softball League is proud to present scholarships to the following players who participate in the league and on our varsity softball team. This year's recipients are Francesca Arnone, Lily Schulman, and Kelly McCann. The Fort Lee Junior Bridgemen Football League is proud to provide alumni scholarships to the following students who participated in their youth and on Fort Lee's varsity football team. This year's recipients are Anthony Rosado and Stefano Casal. Casal was also selected to receive the Joseph J. Surace Scholarship Award, and Rosado will also receive the Louise and Vincent Surace Award. Congratulations to you both. Anthony Babe Mazzano was born and raised in Fort Lee at the foot of the GW Bridge. His class was the first graduating class in 1932 of Fort Lee High School on Lemoyne Avenue. His batting averages on the diamond, .515, .575, and a whopping .607, gave him the nickname Babe, after the Sultan of Swat. At age 17, he would have the opportunity to play with his namesake, Babe Ruth and Lou Gehrig, in an exhibition game, Fort Lee versus West New York. His batting average in his senior year was .607, and his team went undefeated that season, 16-0. He won the state batting title average, beating out Joe Ducky Medwick from Carteret High School, who is a Hall of Fame major leaguer. After graduation, the St. Louis Cardinal farm team signed him to play semi-pro baseball. Unfortunately, his baseball career was cut short because of World War II, where he was stationed in Pearl Harbor 1 week after it was bombed. Returning home, he opened up Babe's Taxi, an idea he had while serving his country in Australia, and is still in operation today. He would be humbled and proud to know how much his love of the game continues with this scholarship from Babe's alma mater. It is with great pleasure and pride that the Mazzano family presents the Anthony Babe Mazzano Scholarship to the senior that had the highest batting average at .393 this year. Congratulations to the 2021 recipient of the Mazzano Scholarship, Dylan Schulman. The Vincent Luvera Award was created by his classmates, the class of 1969. Unfortunately, Chach, as he was affectionately known, met with an untimely death in a fatal accident years ago. His classmates, along with their class advisor from their high school years, Joseph McNally, set up a football award in his memory. Chach, who played football while attending Fort Lee High School, was liked by students and faculty for his easygoing manner and outgoing personality. This year's recipient is Kyle Cacciamuzzi. The Scott Giacovino Award is given to a football player who was dedicated to their program and represented the football team with pride and class both on and off the field. He was also a tireless worker who never gave up or gave in. The winner of the Scott Giacovino Award is Daniel Govin. The BCCA and BCWCA Multi-Sport Athlete Awards are given to student athletes who participated in 10 or more athletic seasons at their respective schools. This year's BCCA boys honorees are Adrian McCrary and Daniel Govin. Fort Lee's BCWCA winners for the girls are Bella Sarnoff and Amy Diaz. The BCCA and BCWCA scholarships are given to student athletes who excel in the classroom and on the field. This year's boys winner is Stefano Casal. For the girls, Yishi Huang is the BCWCA scholarship recipient. Congratulations. The Photos family would like to proudly present the Bill Photos Scholarship Award. Our brother, Bill Photos, was an exceptional athlete. Bill excelled as a heavyweight on the wrestling mat and as defensive end and tackle on the football field. He was passionate and dedicated, to the game and to his team. When Bill stopped playing, he returned to the field as a coach and mentor, guiding with the same principles and values that helped define his memorable athletic career. Bill's teammates, friends, and family established the Bill Photos Scholarship as a memorial to his life. The recipient of the Bill Photos Scholarship must share Bill's commitment to hard work, devotion to the team, and love for the game. This year's recipient, as Bill did, played football and wrestled. He also was a region qualifier, as Bill was. He was captain of both varsity football and wrestling. Chosen by his coaches, he shares Bill's values. He is described by his coaches as, quote, a team player, coachable, versatile, and a great kid, end quote. We wish him all the best at the University of Miami. Congratulations to Daniel Govin.
Before this year's Jeffrey G. Murrin scholarships are presented, we would like to acknowledge the scholarship committee. Without these individuals, this scholarship would not be possible. Michael Raftery, Carol Burkhart, Bob Saccone, John Ziemba, A.J. Ott, Kelly Horton, Alex Almeida, and Kathy Murrin. Jeff was a physical education teacher for 40 years in the Fort Lee School District. He also coached successful programs in volleyball, football, basketball, and track. Jeff has impacted many students' lives over those 4 decades. This is the reason why we decided to honor his name by starting this scholarship. The scholarship will be awarded to a senior male and female student-athlete who excelled in physical education this year. This year's female winner is Yishi Wang, and our male winner for the 2020-21 school year is Caleb Fortes. Congratulations to Amy Diaz, the inaugural recipient of Fort Lee's Under Armour Women of Will Graduation Award. We'd like to recognize the Board of Education of the Borough of Fort Lee for their support of Bridgemen athletics. Additionally, we would like to thank the district's central office and school administration.
This year's Nicholas J. Ravello Memorial Sports Award winner is described by his coaches both on the football and baseball fields as a team player, great influence, and a hard worker. This past season on the baseball squad, Adrian McCrary hit .348 with 12 ribbies and an OBP of .411. Named to the Big North Conference American Division second team All-League, he played through injuries to help the team, showcasing his team-first mindset and projected his high energy onto others. This year's Nicholas J. Ravello Memorial Sports Award winner is Adrian McCrary. Congratulations, Adrian. This year's Female Athlete of the Year is a 4-sport athlete who posts high marks not just on the field or court, but in the classroom. On the soccer pitch, this year's Female Athlete of the Year did the gritty work on the defensive side to help lead her side to the program's first ever Big North Conference American Division title. Moving indoors to hoops and volleyball, she was described by a head varsity girls basketball coach, William Straub, as one of the best athletes, male or female, that I have ever coached. A 4-year starting point guard, Amy Diaz was a unanimous first-team All-League selection for her work on the hardwood. Moving to volleyball, Diaz started every match in her first ever season playing the sport, becoming a crucial member of the squad to help lift the Bridgemen to the program's first NJSIAA state sectional title since 1988. On the track, Diaz excelled on the javelin, winning the state sectional championship and setting a school record, breaking her sister Emily Diaz's mark at the NJSIAA North 2 Group 2 meet. Emily was Fort Lee's Female Athlete of the Year in the 2019-20 school year. Now, Amy will continue her academic and basketball career at Johnson & Wales in Providence. Congratulations to one of the all-timers in Fort Lee athletics history, Amy Diaz. This year's Male Athlete of the Year was a football team captain and described by head coach Charles Salome as an incredibly dedicated hard worker, a coach on the field, and a true leader in every sense of the word. On the wrestling mat, he was an NJSIAA individual qualifier, first team All-League honoree, and received honorable mention All-County. During 2020-21 wrestling season, he finished with a 9-1 record, including 7 pins. On the track, this year's Male Athlete of the Year was committed to do whatever was necessary to help the team win. At the start of the season, he began to focus on throwing the javelin, cracking the team's top 3 lineups on multiple occasions. As the preseason came to a close, he was asked to use his toughness and athleticism and run the 2-mile for the team, a grueling race that many athletes shy away from. His only response was, quote, "whatever the team needs." In the 4 league dual meets, Daniel Govan was undefeated in the 2-mile run, earning major points for boys track and solidifying the boys' undefeated divisional season. He has been awarded honorable mention all-division honors in the Big North American. This year's Male Athlete of the Year is Daniel Govan. Congratulations, Daniel, on an amazing, amazing season. And congratulations to all the Bridgemen athletes for getting through an unprecedented year. Your toughness, passion, and enthusiasm is infectious and an inspiration to all of us. You are the superstars, all of you, and deserve this recognition. And it was a pleasure to cover you this past season.